So LIZZO, by the way, my sister saw LIZZO this weekend.
Oh, really?
Where? In Madison Square Garden.
Oh, really?
Phenomenal. Yeah. But it's her performance in D.C.
Madison.
Madison Square Garden.
Madison.
And James
See?
I wonder, is Madison Square Garden named
I was just thinking.
We're talking about James Madison. So you probably saw last week when LIZZO was in D.C., she played this crystal flute that used to belong to the
President Madison, 200 years old.
Right, yeah, the flute itself is more than 200 years old. And now she's been invited to play that flute in pretty much anything she wants, I'm sure, at James Madison's home. She has an open invitation from the people who run the Madison Estates. And I don't know. We'll see if she takes them up on it. But
yeah. So James Madison Montpelier, it's a museum that's in Virginia, and James Madison lived here for a number of years. What's pretty cool is that these people want LIZZO to come and not just take her on a tour of the museum and the home, but to have her perform, whether it be a planned thing or just kind of an impromptu flute performance. I mean, they speak of LIZZO very highly. They say she's a world-class musician, and it was well within her rights to be someone who played this crystal flute. I know she's getting some backlash from some people on social media saying that she wasn't on.
So Jacob, let me ask you something. Why do you suppose the James Madison people over at the museum wanted LIZZO to come perform there?
Because it makes the James Madison Museum cool. If people see LIZZO, yeah, so what's the matter with that?
Nothing's the matter, but I'm just saying it's brilliant marketing that now there are a lot of presidents and a lot of museums, and the question is, how do you get people interested in the James Madison Museum?
By the way, James Madison, from what I read, never actually played this flute. He owned it, but never played it.
That's right.
Why do you have a flute?
It was a crystal flute. I mean,
somebody just gave him a flute and said, "Oh, let's just keep that." Whatever. I think it's brilliant marketing that, all of a sudden people are talking about the James Madison Museum. And if she performs, it's going to be on TV, it's going to be online, it's going to be written about, there'll probably be a crowd there. It's going to help the museum.
They're bucking for a movie deal. They want a James Madison movie made. That's what it is.
Fancy flute.
I'm Kylie, I'm from Tampa, Florida. And I think it's important to talk about how accessible this makes history for a lot of people. We always talk about how Americans don't know anything about our own history, that there's so much missing. But here's a powerful, influential person with this historical item, and she's making it cool, like we've talked about. And I don't see that there's a single issue with it. I think LIZZO's cool. I think young people like LIZZO. I think this is the future.
Yeah, no, by the way, we've since been told that we were right.
What? Oh, Madison Square Garden is James Madison?
Madison Square is named after James Madison. And
how interesting.
It all came full circle.
How about that? Okay, we're taking a break.
All right, so when we come back, a big secret reveal.